Get a name and all the family knows it. Yes. Are you going to stay and the reception?
Good afternoon and welcome to this Celebration of Life service as we gather here to celebrate a precious life. And as I've been able to watch these photographs in the slideshow throughout this time, one of the things that unfortunately I didn't get to know your mom, but I know that every picture tells a story. And I was just kind of going in my mind, wonder what some of those stories were all about. And I could only imagine. I could only imagine the stories. And that's what we're here for today, is to share stories and to share those memories, because that's how we keep her memory alive as we move forward today. So while it's true that we're here because she's died, it's more important that we know we're here because she lived. And she touched each of you in a way that only she could. And with that, if we keep her memory going, she'll never leave us, because she's always in our heart. And so with that, we've got a song that we're going to play. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here, but he did a great job recording it. Manoli Stavronakis, I think is his name, and to go along with some of the music that was so near and dear to Miss Hessert's heart. So give us just a moment and we'll play this song. Well, we thought we would hear it. So what we'll do is we'll try to do a little technical reboot here, and then I'll let you guys go ahead and share as you will, and we'll come back to it.
On behalf of the Hessert and Stetz families, we thank you for coming and celebrating Marcia's life today. She was a wonderful mother to her sons, Michael and Edmund, a special friend to her stepdaughters, Adria and Courtney, grandmama to Spud, Katie, Leah, and Reuben, and a generous and caring aunt to Jennifer, Kristen, Missy, Tula, Callan, Coralie, Mason, and Ashby. So, a lot of them. And last but not least, she was a fabulous sister. Growing up, we owned a bar, and our parents, my father had 2 jobs. During the day, he did other things, and then at night, he and my uncle would trade off and tend bar. And during the day, my mother and my aunt would work the bar. So, because of all that, Marcia kind of was the adult in the family. And she raised our brother, Michael, who is not able to be here today. He had triple bypass last week and is not able to travel. But she cooked, took us all out, and just did a whole lot of stuff. She was like a second mother to all of us. So anyway, as some of you know, Marcia was very active in high school. She was in the Honor Society, the Drama Club, the yearbook staff, FHA, Correspondence Club, and the choir. And she was also organist for our church from the time she was in 7th grade until she was in 12th grade. And after that, I became the organist from 7th grade to 12th grade. But it was a great experience, and our family was quite religious. After high school, she went to Albert Einstein Medical Center to become a nurse. And during that time, she met her husband, Ed, who's over there on that one poster, Dr. Edmund Hessert. They lived in Haddonfield, New Jersey. They had 2 beautiful sons, Michael and Edmund. I've been calling them the wrong names all week, so they've been a little annoyed with me. Did I get it right? I got it right, okay. And Ed was the love of her life. I mean, she dated many men after that, but she never wanted to get married again, so. She had so many talents too. She, decorating, she has decorated pretty much all of our houses over and over. She loved to cook, she loved to travel, and gardening, and always made people feel welcome wherever they went. She also owned a ladies' clothing store for 10 years with me, and ballroom dancing was not only a hobby, but a very strong passion of hers. Her dance club became her second home in recent years, and the members became family. She was very active on the board and used her flair for decorating along with other club members to bring glitter and glam to the ballroom. Marcia epitomized elegance, style, class, and grace. She had a fashion sense rivaled by none. Marcia had the ability to make everyone feel important, special, and loved regardless of the time or place. She left an impression on everyone who had the privilege to cross her path, which is even more evident than ever looking out at all of you who showed up today. We have just had hundreds of phone calls and texts and messages, and it just showed how much people really loved Marcia. Your kind words have helped us get through this difficult time, and I'm sure the months to come are even going to be more difficult. Marcia would be humbled to know that she was loved by so many people. And so on behalf of Marcia and our entire family, we would like to thank you again for your support, your stories, your friendships, but most importantly, your love for this truly amazing woman. Please cherish the time you spent with her, the memories that were made, and the lessons that were learned. We want you all to know that each of you held a very special part in her heart. And although she is no longer here in the body, she will always be with us in spirit. Heaven has an angel among angels. So the next time you smell the sweet, elegant, sassy fragrance of Chanel No. 5, stop, smile, and think of Marcia. And now we have a few people who would like to read some of her favorite poems. And the first one is Missy. Come on up, Missy. And Missy is family. I'll just stay here. Okay?
Hey everybody, my name is Alexis. I went by Missy. My grandma has called me that my whole life. I think my Aunt Shelter did a wonderful job with everything. The only thing I wanted to add is that she certainly impacted my life, and I think it's very fitting. We were talking about which prayers and what to read, and the Irish prayer came up, and the Serenity prayer came up, which is very fitting for my life story. And my grandma was always there for me during my tough times. So if we can have a moment of silence, and then I'm going to read the Serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as the pathway to peace, taking as he did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that he will make all things right if I surrender to his will, that I may be reasonably happy in this life, and supremely happy with him forever in the next. Amen.
And now her son Ed.
He's gonna play the song.
Oh, you got the song ready? Oh, okay. I'll be quiet.
Oh
to mention that Marcia loved opera, and she loved Andre Bocelli and Edith Piaf, so, that's why Andre Bocelli was playing throughout the whole 2 hours. So, at this time, her son Ed, would like to read one of her favorite poems, and, I'll move.
Guys, thank you everybody for coming very much. I'm not gonna start out with the poem. I haven't slept, as I'm sure most of you haven't, who have been close to my mom. And on my way coming back from the beach, how many nights in a row now, I don't know, a song came on, one of my favorite songs. And she'll kill me for this, but as the lyrics go, if you leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me? One of my favorite songs, Leonard Skinner, go figure. And it takes me back to a conversation that my mom and I had about me losing one of my best friends, Todd Cathcart. Todd lived with us, spent a lot of time with us. Mikey, me, spent a lot of time with my mom, always stayed in contact with my mom. Todd died of cancer, and I walked through this process for 1.5 years with Todd, from his diagnosis until we said goodbye to him. And he kept on pressing me, make a difference. Make a difference. Make your mark in life. And that's never been more true than right now. Because my mom did that real clearly. She made a mark with everybody here. She made a mark. Everybody she came in contact with. She was an amazing woman. And it just, I guess at this point, I just want to leave it with, if you do anything in life, follow my mom's lead, leave a mark, leave your presence somewhere, like she did with us in her own individual way. I look around the room and I see my mom's influence on everybody at some degree. I see it with Leah, with the way she dresses and the flair with my mom. I see it with my daughter, the way she carried herself last night. My son with his determination of getting in and making this collage for everybody. With everybody in my family, she's made a mark. And that's what we strive for, isn't it? Is to leave everything better than the way we found it. She did it. And leave your mark. Just leave your mark. She loved y'all. We loved her. And this just sucks. This just sucks. Yeah, I guess that's where I'm gonna leave that at. There's a prayer that my mom has given me this, and I've carried this with me since my very first apartment that I got. She decorated it, I redecorated it, she decorated it again, I redecorated it. This went on for quite some time until we found a happy medium with this place. I didn't win, she won. I had a lot of pink in my house, so purple. But it was her flair, and I never stopped my mom from coming to my house and allowing me to do whatever she wanted with it, because she always made it better. She always added her flair to it, her style to it, and trying to incorporate what you did. And it was just, but this I've carried with me, and I've got it all taped together, and I'll probably be buried with it. But this was her prayer. I don't know the story behind this prayer, but I think a lot of us have this prayer in our house, but it's the Irish prayer. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Guys, thank every one of you for coming. Our family to yours. Please hope you join us at the reception after this. And we're gonna miss you, Mom.
There are directions, or not directions, but the address is out there for the dance club, and we will have some hors d'oeuvres and, some beverages to toast Miss Marcia. And, set her own style, just like she would like to be. So, again, thank you all for coming, and we hope that you will all join us at the dance club. Thank you.